battling through years of emotional highs and lows with my best friend turned girlfriend. I'm now heartbroken and torn apart, pondering if I should continue fighting for our love. I ran cross country and track in college. The first time I saw this girl, I fell in love. I told all the guys on the team the first day of practice, I'm going marry, name. They all laughed and I said, watch, in 2 years she will be my girlfriend. At this time she had a boyfriend. And I just waited. Roughly 2 years later they broke up and I was there. I was the quiet guy on the team, didn't speak to her too much, and then I started approaching her. And then I made her my girlfriend, and it was great. Over the next 3 years we grew together. I ended up doing really well in cross country and track and she supported me so much. She genuinely cared for me all 3 years. But there were problems. 3 months of dating and I told her that I loved her. And she didn't say it back. But at the time it didn't bother me. What bothered me is weeks later she took my virginity. Then months later she still wouldn't say that she loved me. I eventually confronted her and she told me she didn't know if she loved me yet. Eventually I won her over and she told me that she loved me. But little did I know there is a difference than being in love with someone and loving someone. Later down the road I found out she wasn't in love with me but just loved me. I chased and chased and chased her until she finally texted me one night and said, I'm in love with you. Things were going great. We were both in college. We saw each other a lot. She taught me a lot of things about being social. But she was going to be a teacher. In her last year of school, she got really stressed about her classes and broke up with me. 1 year of dating. I stood my ground. I fought it. About a week later, we were back together. 1 year later, at the exact same time, we had issues. Since she was starting her first year of school, she brought up the fact she didn't know if she was in love with me anymore. But a few weeks passed. I ended up moving in for about 7 months and we were freaking great. I mean, we had our problems, but I would try to sit her down and talk about them. My whole mantra throughout the relationship was that we aren't perfectly made for each other, but I was willing to work to make it perfect. To me, that was really special. The only problem to this was she would not completely participate. So as we lived together, things were really good. Everything was good until this summer. I got a job in Houston so that we would be 2 hours away from each other and only 30 minutes away from where she grew up. I wasn't able to pay rent or anything and the job I had didn't pay much, so I lived in my car. It was a really rough time on me. I would get super hot in the car and almost pass out at time. Now for me to clarify this situation, I am training to make the Olympic team one day. So I wasn't able to get a real job with time-consuming hours. I wanted to continue training, and this setup allowed me to do this. And guess what? My ex totally supported it. She was there for me. She was great. Long story short, the company ended up not doing well and cut my hours, so I left. And she picked me up and I stayed at her place for about 10 days. I was so exhausted from living in my car for so long that all I did at her house was sleep. I was so tired, and I was still training, so I didn't want to do much except watch movies and sleep with her. After that, she went on some trips, one in Europe for 10 days, Mexico for a week, and Florida for a wedding. During this time, I was looking for a new job, and I got a job offer in Colorado, my dream state, and I turned it down to get a job in the Dallas area, 0.3 hours away from her. I thought that would be close enough. After her trips, we got in a fight and almost broke up, but decided to go on a week break, which I thought would help us. 1 week later, she calls me while I'm at work, and I didn't answer. After work, I got in my car and drove to her house, 3 hours. While I'm on my way, she calls me and says she wants to end it. Well, I show up anyways. I'm there just crying my eyes out and she's crying too. I beg for another chance and she gives it to me. I'm so excited. The next day we go for a run together, go out to breakfast. I cook her lunch while she works on school stuff. I clean the entire house. I do 4 loads of laundry. I walk the dog. I clean everything, trying to prove that I care. She is so thankful. She notices it and thanks me so much. She was actually showing feelings. We went to bed together and we cuddled and it was amazing. Eventually we had sex the next morning and we talk a little about us and agree we just see how things go. The next 2 days are good. We talk a lot. Our 3-year anniversary comes up and I'm not able to be there because of work and she has school. So I send her a $40 gift card to go out to eat with a friend. I call her afterwards and she's acting off. I tell her I'm off work next Monday and Tuesday and I want to come visit. And she tells me she needs to think about it. And it hurt my feelings really bad. We fight and we break up, but I try to save it and I fail repetitively. She tells me my name. I know I'm being a BTCH. I know I'm being selfish. I know I'm being awful. I don't understand why every time I do this to you, you still think I'm the one. She explains to me that she just want to focus on being a teacher and a coach right now. She tells me she just doesn't want to be with me anymore. She also says she's had these feelings for a while. I get mad and tell her that she should have told me. Because after our first breakup, we talked about opening up about our feelings, and if we ever have breakup thoughts, to tell the other person so we can figure it out. The next morning I lose it. I stalk her, call her. She answers and I'm crying, she's crying, she gets mad. Tells me she needs to get ready for school and hangs up. That was Thursday and I haven't spoke to her since. It's been 3 days and it hurts, man. I can't do anything without thinking about her because we were so close. All I want to do is talk to her. Because we weren't just boyfriend and girlfriend, I can honestly say she was my best friends and I was hers. All I want to do is call her right now and ask her how her day was and tell her about mine. I have a really goof friend right now who I've been calling twice a day, and he talks me out of it. The thing is, we will have to see each other again. I still have some of her stuff, and she still has some of mine. I can tell I'm getting stronger every day, but it's hard. I've come up with all these plans to win her back, because I truly believe that she still loves me. All I want is for her to message me and say, hey, or I miss you. Because I don't know how you selfishly break up with someone and never regret it. I'm thinking about moving back to where she lives and getting a job, so just in case she changes her mind, I'm there. I'll just move there and not talk to her, but she'll know I'm there. All I want right now is hope for us. I gave my friend all my passwords to my social media accounts, and he changed them for me. Another problem is I have her laptop, her iMessages connected, so I can see all her text. 2 things happened. 1. She texted a friend and told them, I broke up with me, for real this time. I'm not sure if he is okay or not, I'm hoping for the best. 2. And then she screenshot her phone and sent it to someone. She was showing someone a notification she got. And she still had me and our dog as the screensaver. After that I logged out so I couldn't see any more messages. So, today is day 3. And it's hard because I love her so much. She was literally my dream girl. And right now all I want is a plan that might win her back. And I know the first step is the no contact. And I need help. It's hard to know if no contact is the best thing to do now. Or if I should call her and just act as a friend for a while, because she told me we could talk every other day. But I know that might hurt me more. Additional info. Through college she has had a lot of different girlfriends, and they came and went, and sometimes her personality would come off as mean and they wouldn't hang out with her anymore. But I was always there for her. Lately she got some new friends that she likes to hang out with. And since I'm not living with her anymore, I feel like she is pushing me away now and finding comfort in her new friends. Should I go the 30 days and then call her? Or show up 30 days form now and say I need to get my stuff? Or ask her how she feels 30 days form now?